Hey guys, Roger 5 here with episode number 27 of our Fulham career mode. It is the penultimate episode of season number 2 and it is the biggest game of the whole series so far to kick it off, with playing Liverpool in the FA Cup, a day trip to Wembley for some of them fans here. Obviously not the longest of trips for ourselves to Liverpool, obviously they've got to travel all the way down, but for ourselves just a trip across the city to Wembley. And we've got to perform in this one. Obviously, recent performances against Liverpool, if you remember, we went 2-0 up against them and lost that game 3-2. And hopefully that doesn't occur here, because the final is at stake. There could be a potential derby against Chelsea in the final if they can get past Spurs in the other semi-final. Just got to try and now focus on this Liverpool game. Don't focus on the final, because if we've done that, we're going to lose. Keep focus on the here and now, and we will look to succeed, as the first chance does come our way as Fabio Carvalho, a player that almost joined Liverpool in real life, almost joined on deadline day. I think it was a bit of miscommunication in the paperwork or something like that meant that he didn't join them. But on this one, obviously, he is here to stay at Fulham, and we do receive a penalty. 17 minutes into the game, Webber wins it, just charging on the edge of the box. Very, very silly, I think, from Vandenberg, the Dutch centre-back for Liverpool, playing in the semi-final. Got a big appearance for him here. But Webber's going to step up. He's going to send the keeper the wrong way, but he's going to blaze the ball over the crossbar. And the chance to go 1-0 up, we just let it slip like that. And then to make things worse, Sadio Mane finds Marino. We intercept with Seekmas, looking to counter-attack. Williams plays it straight to Fabinho. Chowdhury gets it back and plays it straight to Marino. The pressure's getting to some of these players. It's their first time ever playing at Wembley. And just like that, Roberto Firmino steps up for Liverpool, puts it, just drills it into that top right corner. And we're 1-0 down, which is not what we want. But from their corner, Perez are going to pick the ball off of Mane really nicely, actually. And he's just going to charge into the space because no one is really offering a good run for him. But Williams eventually finds Seekmas against his former team. What's he going to do? He's going to charge at the goal, and he's just going to sneak it in at the near post past Alisson. And the most unlikely of figures scores us the goal at Wembley to put us back on level terms. We've got now the whole second half to try and get into this one and try and win it. But just 10 minutes in, a chance for Liverpool. Sadio Mane finds Firmino, the goal scorer. Perez once again wins it back, but again we lose possession. As Naby Keita, again we win possession. Again we're going to try and play it around. Aarons is going to lose possession. Salah finds Keita. Keita finds Mane. Mane finds Marino. Just a lovely bit of quick passing and moving by Liverpool, and they completely tear us apart. Just before the hour mark, we go 2-1 down. We lose the ball again, with Firmino winning it off of Rodon, and then Mane just seals it, sends them through to the final, and embarrassingly we are sent home packing. Back to the Premier League we got to go, because we haven't even secured Champions League football yet. If you remember in the previous episode, we took on Spurs. They beat us. They've now gone 5 points clear of us with just a few games remaining, and it's really not what we want. The pressure is well and truly on us in this one. And just 7 minutes into the game, a chance for them doesn't quite go their way from the corner. We're going to throw it out, lose possession straight away as James finds Kovacic. Kovacic finds Lukaku. Eventually it's played through to Christian Pulisic. Cuts inside nicely, plays it across. Kovacic's shot is kind of blocked, and we somehow get it away. We get really fortunate there, but this time we've got to try not to give the ball away and to actually try and have a shot. But what do? We give the ball away, and they are going to go down the other end with Mason Mount on this right-hand side. Just looking to play it across. He finds Reece James. Back to Mount. Quick pass in between the two youngsters. Eventually Kovacic strikes it into that top corner. And I think because of the amount of goals we're conceding in that top corner from long shots, I think Rodak does need to be replaced next season, just to try and help us out even more. Dennis does brilliantly there to actually find the back of the net, so he's definitely going to be staying in the team next season. There was a few doubts, but he's got the assists and the goals to prove it, to back him up. I think he's our second overall goal contributor behind Webber, who's actually stepping up for the free kick. Goes for the knuckle ball, but Edouard Mendy, the AFCON winner, does go and make the save. Obviously, Mane scored the winner in the previous one, scored the winner in the AFCON. You know, he's got experience in scoring winners. As Kovacic finds Christian Pulisic, turns the man brilliantly, finds Chilwell, cuts past Perez nicely, plays it across. First shot is kind of blocked, and then the second shot actually gets blocked, but it deflects into the back of our own net, and that kind of seems to be our luck right now. Just a lot of unfortunate mistakes going the opposition way. But Carvalho, charging out from the back, plays it through to Dennis. They've only got one man back in Reece James. We're just going to look to breeze past him and shoot it across goal, as we do exactly that. And with half an hour remaining, Emmanuel Dennis secures the brace and does get us back on level terms. But again, for all things considered against this Chelsea team, a result like this, it doesn't really help us, because we need to be winning games now to try and close that gap on Spurs, because as it stands, we were in the Champions League spaces for so long this season, and we've just dropped out of them with about 5 games to go. We've dropped out, and it looks like we will be staying out of them, and we will be in the Europa League next season, which, considering that we only got promoted this season, we've done a Wolves, we've done a Wolves. Hopefully we go a bit better than Wolves have. They kind of got Europa League, and then I think they got back-to-back Europa League, and then they kind of struggled a bit. But I want to try and just keep progressing year on year on year. And as we take on Burnley here, a team we should be beating. Webber does have the shot. Maybe should have had the shot with Dennis there, but you live and you learn. You live and you learn, boys. As Carvalho finds Wilson. Wilson back in the team now. He disrespected us a few times. He's lost the armband, but he will still be in the team for the remainder of this season, as Webber's through 1-on-1 with Nick Pope, curls it past him 67 minutes into this game. A game of very few chances, a game of quite lucky situations for ourselves, maybe in some cases, but we do go 1-0 to the good. And just a few minutes later, Webber plays a 1-2 here with Dennis, really nice, and he's again 1-on-1 with Nick Pope. This time he goes the exact same way, and 2 goals in 4 minutes for Riley Webber does go and secure us the victory in this one. It puts him past that 20 goal mark. He is quite a few goals now clear of Mohamed Salah as the top goal scorer in the league, so it does look like he's going to win the Golden Boot, and it also looks like he's going to win the Playmaker Award as well, which is brilliant to see, as we do pick up a 2-0 victory against Burnley. And you can see 3 games remaining with 4 points behind Spurs. It does look very unlikely that we're going to get into that top 4, but it does also maybe add a bit of pressure on us, because Wolves are only 2 points behind us. And coming into this next game, we're taking on Everton at Goodison Park, which is always a difficult game. And 5 minutes in, we whip the ball in. Dennis looks to go for it. It doesn't quite work out. Wilson loses his header to Rondon. Martinelli just turns his man brilliantly, charges down on goal. We've got a 3-on-4 situation as Gylfi Sigurdsson plays it through to Gabriel Martinelli, and he just beats the keeper at the near post. And again, it's another one of those situations where if we had a better goalkeeper, would he have saved that? I don't know. Rodak, he's been a bit iffy kind of this last half of the season. And as we go 1-0 down to Everton, that gap between ourselves and Spurs stretches, and that little gap between us and Wolves closes, which is not what we want. We want to be winning these types of games. And just 3 minutes into the second half, the ball finds Andros Townsend, and he finds the back of the net. And it's just getting really, really embarrassing now, the types of games we're losing and the scorelines we're losing by. We have to make some changes in the transfer window, and that's exactly what we're going to look to do. But we just got to hope that we can get Europa League football so we can attract some of the big names. Sorry, European football, so we can attract some of the big names. Poor from Rodak again. 3-0 is now the score to Everton. And it looks like Champions League might be out the window now. We've bottled the FA Cup, we've bottled the Champions League in this episode. We just got to hope that Wolves don't catch us and we can at least get Europa League, because this has been really poor. It's been a very, very bad episode, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the struggle. I don't know. If you've enjoyed it, you're sadistic. But if you have enjoyed, please like, subscribe, and peace.